the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Back in the old days when they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense? Is that what we're doing here? He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll give it to him again. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Murphy. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Carr. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Throwing right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
The hand to the running back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for space, it's Hankerson. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Murphy. That's reeled in, it's Card. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. They'll go to the counter. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Lacy. Oh, what a move to get open. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll run play action. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback will keep it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Give to Brown. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides to the back. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Moss. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Hands it off on the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution too.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown Cardinals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. from inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Caught over the middle, it's Clemens. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that we had.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Turning it on. The tag. Touchdown, Louisville. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Beavers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the edge on the left. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't lay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Bauer. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for room, it's Hankerson. On his feet at the 40. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
A run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Beavers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna run it. It's Hankerson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. receivers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Murphy. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Absolutely center cut. Are forced to settle for the field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be changing the route. They'll run the toss. Got the first down and more. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Beavers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just...
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking downfield, it's Moss. Got it in the middle, it's Skinner. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Collins. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Cardinals! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They try to pop a run on the draw. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Beavers will line up to punt it away. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Shakes off the defender. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Finds the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Running into the open space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
And the Cardinals have this offense rolling. To the air, it's Moss. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying play action. Pulls it in, it's Brown. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Looking to pass, it's Moss. Caught. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the back. He might want another play. To the edge, it's Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the punishment has been extended.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. had no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Running back searching for a hole. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That linebacker shot through the hole so fast and timed up that snap count perfectly, getting the big hit on the running back for a tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Back out on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their...
There he goes! Running inside the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Might as well they'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
On the ground, it's Hatcher. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.